and everything
is possible using your imagination. And on today's video, we have a special guest. His name is Ivan.
Hello guys, my name is Ivan. Today we're going to be making a scrapbook case for my high school student council. It's going to be based on the movie Inside Out, and the dimensions for the scrapbook case is going to be 16 inches high, 19 inches wide, and the depth is going to be 16 and a half inches. Those are the dimensions for the scrapbook case.
Okay guys, we're gonna go, we're gonna cut some lumber, and remember,
safety first!
So we already cut our lumber that we said the dimensions in the previous clip. Now we're going to use the 4 legs that we recycled, and we're gonna sand them so that we can paint them a different color.
No, you're watching recording.
What?
So now we're done sanding all the 4 legs, and now we're going to assemble the case.
So now we have all the materials that we need to assemble our case. Our first step to doing that is we're going to attach the leg to the bottom base of the case. And by doing that, we are going to add glue over the leg. Put it at the bottom and make sure you guys flush it. Kind of have it centered to where you guys want it. Can you hold it, Ivan, please? Thank you, sir. Touch it really good. Make sure it's not moving on you. We are going to attach 4 nails, and they're 1.5 inch nails. And now Ivan is going to add 1 1/4 screws for reinforcement. And now we're going to show you how we're going to put all the case together, guys. We are done assembling our case, and now Ivan is going to explain to you what he's going to add to his project.
So we made sure all 5 binders that we wanted to fit in here. And now we're going to add a circular top, a 3/4 plywood circular top with a diameter of 28 inches. And on top of that, we're going to add a leg to act as a base for another smaller circular top on top of that.
Guys, we have a piece of wood that's 31 by 31. What I did, I measured across from the corners to get our center. Now we have our center. We need to make a circle. This little compass is not going to make our circle.
So since we don't have a big enough compass, we used our imagination and made our own version of one. On one end, there's a nail, and we measured 14 inches, which is our radius, and we made a little hole for our circle. Now we're going to nail the center of our square. And we should give us
Okay guys, right there, our measurement is 28 inches, so we're good to go. So now all we have to do is cut it with the jigsaw.
guys, so now we're finished cutting our circle, and now we're going to sand and cut another smaller circle with a 16-inch diameter. Alright guys, so we already sanded our circle, and now I want to put 6 bowls onto the circle, and I don't want them to slide, so we're going to make a 1/4 deep counter sinkhole. And first we divided the circle into 6 pieces. There's 60 degrees each, and we made a guide that's gonna help us help us make it easier making the circle. And as you can see, it fits. And we're gonna clamp it down.
Okay, guys, all we have to do is clamp it down with the lines that we have. Like so. Right here, we have the router set up with a collar and a straight bit. So this is gonna cut actually the size of the circles that we need.
So now we're gonna put it in and it fits.
Now we have 6 more to go, and we should be ready with this section.
Alright guys, we're in the process of lining our cabinet, and we're going to use 2-inch wide oak lumber, and she's going to adhese glue to the bottom of the wood, and she's going to put it over the edge of the cabinet.
Once you put your lumber, guys, you want to have it flush with your cabinet. And Ivan's going to go ahead and nail our piece of lumber. He is using 1.5-inch nails. We're going to go ahead and do the other one, our last trim. Apply our wood glue. Go ahead, Ivan. Remember, safety first. Keep your hands away when the other person is nailing. While Ivan is finishing that, guys, I am going to start covering our holes with our wood putty. You don't need a lot, just a little bit, just to cover the holes. So once this is done, guys, what you want to do is with your sander, you don't have to use a lot, just a bit. We are going to use our sander and sand all of the edges of our trim. You don't want to have sharp edges. It's a basic thing. You don't want anybody to get hurt. So now this is done, and now we are going to start on our
door.
We'll be back, guys.
Alright guys, here we have one of the 2 rails that we're going to use for our door. And we're going to use a Craig jig to make a pocket hole so we can assemble.
This Craig jig, you guys can find it anywhere nowadays in the stores. Ivan's going to go ahead and drill the pocket hole. That drill bit already comes with your Craig jig. As you can see, we already have our other hole done. We're gonna go ahead and glue it together. Ivan's gonna clamp it, and he is going to drill in the screw after we clamp it. It's gonna go ahead and clamp it. Remember to have it flush with your cabinet. And if your wood is perfectly cut, guys, you should have a 90-degree angle right here in this corner. This process that Ivan's doing, we're gonna do it 3 more times at each corner. that's it, guys. Guys, we are done with our frame. As you can see, we have the pocket hole with the 1.5-inch screws that we used. And now, Ivan,
we're going to attach the panel to the back of the frame, and Liz is going to put glue all around the frame.
you want to put enough glue, guys. And by using our brush, we are going to spread it evenly. You want to have it evenly so you can have a better bondage. Ivan, can you add some more glue, please? And after this, guys, we are going to attach our panel so when we nail it, you can have a good reinforcement. That's enough, Ivan. Thank you, sir. You want to have the glue right at the edges. That's okay. You're going to have excess glue right on your edges, evenly. Especially the inside of your frame. Think that looks good, X?
Yes.
Go ahead, Ivan, attach our panel. Now Ivan's going to use the brat nailer. Remember to have your panel with your frame flush. Quick, this nailer is super fast. As you can see, nails going super quick. And now we have our frame. As you can see, we have the excess glue.
Liz is now going to use a wet towel to take off the excess glue.
Right here, as you can see, Ivan. Just take off all the excess wood, glue. Make sure that you have a wet rag. Don't just take it off with a dry rag because you're just gonna make more of a mess. Of course, as you can see, if I'm pressing, there's more glue coming out, but it's just lightly take it off really well. And once we are done cleaning off our excess wood glue,
we're going to sand and use the router for our edges.
guys, we are done with our frame door. Remember, we routed, we sanded, and we also routed the inner portion of the frame. Through the inside, we made 2 holes.
Using our drill and using a special drill bit that coincided with the hinges. The circle actually from the center to the edge of the door is 3/4 apart, and the height of it is how you want it to be because it can vary.
We use these hinges, guys. These are called concealed hinges. They detach. They are detachable. As you can see right here, it has a clip that moves up and down that detaches to the bottom portion of the hinge, which is actually the one drilled onto the cabinet. It has this pin that holds the hinge together, and you center it correctly to the base, press on the clip again, and attaches back to the hinge. We decided to go with these hinges because once you close the door, guys, instead of slamming the door to the cabinet, it actually only needs a little push and it closes by itself. Another special thing using those hinges is you don't see any hinge on the outer portion of your cabinet. The top portion of the project that Ivan added is this larger circle. This spindle that you can see up here was actually attached with glue and a screw that we drilled in from the bottom of the circle to the spindle. The larger circle, we added glue and we pre-drilled holes, 4 holes, to attach for reinforcement with the cabinet. Hold on. Once I'm done with this guy, Ivan's gonna go ahead and explain to you the top portion of the project. Go ahead, Ivan.
All right, so next we're going to add this smaller top to the top of the spindle, and I'm going to put glue.
Ivan's gonna pour the glue because he's taller and he can see where he's gonna put it. And
Liz is gonna put it because she's small and she can align it better.
Ivan's gonna use the 1.5 inch nails to go ahead and reinforce the small circle to our spindle, guys. I'll tell you where. We are done with our project that Ivan wanted to build. Remember, guys, to take off all the excess glue that falls with your wet rag. Hope you guys like our project. Use your imagination, be creative. And like always, guys, don't forget to like,
Subscribe.
and hit that bell for new upload, guys. See you in our next video.